You have a power and a presence in you that can do more than you can ever begin to imagine. I'm telling you this based upon my own experience. No one could have told me, based upon my experience, born in an abandoned building on a floor in a poor section of Miami, Florida called Liberty City. No one could have told me being adopted, and when I was in 5th grade, I was labeled educable, mentally retarded, and put back from the 5th grade to the 4th grade, and failed again when I was in the 8th grade. How many of you know that we might be through with our past, but our past is not through with us? Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. How many of you realize there are things that we have experienced that's affecting us, and many times we don't even know? Raise your hand if you understand what I'm saying. And so how people live their lives, I've come to know, is a result of the story they believe about themselves. And so when I was labeled educable, mentally retarded, I'll never forget a man who interrupted my story. I eulogized him last year. Mr. Leroy Washington, I stepped in his classroom looking for MacArthur Stevens. He said, "Young man, go to the board and work this problem out for me." I said, "Sir, I'm not one of your students. I'm just here looking for MacArthur." He said, "Go to the board and work the problem out anyhow." I said, "I can't, sir." And the other students started laughing, saying, "He's Leslie. He's got a twin brother, Wesley. Wesley's smart. He's DT. What's DT? He's the dumb twin." And I said, "I am, sir." And he came from behind his desk and he looked at me. He said, "Don't you ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality." And that was a turning point in my life. On one hand, I was humiliated. But on the other hand, I was liberated. Because he looked at me with the eyes of Goethe, who said, "Look at a man the way that he is, he only becomes worse. But look at him as if he were what he could be, then he becomes what he should be."